Oh, what's going on, guys? It is Inkbite Gaming here, bringing you back to another surprise trade Sunday. In today's episode, we will be giving away Doduos, because since that's what we got for last week, here in the Safari Zone biome. I think that's what this one is. All right, let's get out of this pose so I can be able to look at it. This is the Safari one, right? Where does it say it? Yeah, no, the Savannah, not Safari. The Savannah biome here, not Safari. Well, I mean, a bunch of Pokemon that were in the Safari Zone are here, like Venonat. Well, it was Venonat, Execute, Doduos, Dodrios, all those good Pokemon from the Safari Zone. But we're gonna dive right in. I do have my Dodrio that I caught. We're just gonna showcase him. Let's see. Showcase him. Look at him. Look at him go. All right, come back here. We do have our box here full of Doduos. Level 1. Let's check the summary on these guys. Level 1. They have, most of them have early birds, some of them have runaway. They have mixed natures and everything, as always. But that does about do it. Alright, and as always, we're going to be reading, information on the Pokemon as we go along, like we always do. I don't know how much information's on Doduo. I mean, the scroll bar on the side is, you know how they have the scroll bar and it's either a big bar or a small bar. It is kind of very small, so I'm guessing there's a bunch of information for Doduo. I mean, it is a Pokemon from Gen 1, so I would assume over the years it would collect all that information. Let's see. As we get this, Doduo, Japanese, Doodoo, D-O-D-O, Doodoo? Doodoo. It is a dual-type normal flying Pokemon introduced in Generation 1. Actually, you know what's funny about that? The normal flying is that I don't think. Hold on. I love to learn things. I think in Generation 1. In Generation 1, I think there was only normal flying Pokemon. We didn't have a pure flying type in Generation 1. Let's see, I'm looking through the whole entire dex. No, wait. There isn't pure, hold on, how am I supposed to look this up? Is there a pure flying type? Ah, there is only 3, it says 3 pure flying type Pokemon. Tornadus, Rookidee, and Corvusquire. Yeah, Rookidee and Corvusquire doesn't get the Steel typing until it's fully evolved in the Corviknight. That is funny. You would think there would be more Pokemon with the pure flying type, but no, there aren't. So normal fly, yeah. All Generation 1 was, yeah. Hold on. Let's even look at, yeah. Even Farfetch'd, the one that you wouldn't think would be able to fly. Again, normal flying. Only 3 Pokemon with the just flying type. Everyone is a dual flying type. That is so wild to think about. I don't know what we just got, but we just want to... Oh, a Growlithe. Nice. Alright, next up. It evolves into Dodrio at level 31, so not super late. If you were to get a Doduo early on, it wouldn't take that... I would say by, like, the 3rd gym, you would have it fully evolved. Because I don't know the levels on gyms, but I think like level 30 would be close to Gym 3, Gym 4 maybe? Or maybe Gym 4. So you'd have a Doduo for quite some time. And hoping that Doduo would be... Well, I mean, normal flying, it would really... Well, normal is weak against fighting, so flying you would just have the electric, ice, and rock weakness. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out about the true weaknesses of a normal flying type. Doduo is the twin bird Pokemon. Pokedex number 84. It has the abilities of Runaway and or Early Bird. We also have Tangled Feet as the hidden ability. What does Tangled Feet do, by the way? I've seen it a lot. While Pokemon with this ability is confused, its evasion is doubled. Interesting, interesting. So, you can dodge moves, but you end up hitting yourself in the end. That's funny. Alright. And it is a 50-50% chance of a male and or female. Which actually, you know, you can think about it, that it could... It would be funny if they were 8... I know there's a gender list. But if a Pokemon with 2 heads... I don't know, it could be a male and a female. That would be interesting of Pokemon to do that. Is to be like, oh, it's not genderless, but it does have gender, but it has both genders. I mean, that would be kind of stupid, because then with attract, you would always get attracted. Or it could be like, you get attracted, but the percentage is a lot lower because you are male and female. I don't know. That would go into some weird stuff that Game Freak probably never wants to go down because it is controversial. Catch rate, which is 190, which is a 35.2 catch rate. Its egg group, which is flying. Its hatch time is 20 cycles. Its height is 4 foot 7 inches. It is a short bird. It is, well, the 1.4 meters is what it would be. Its weight, which you would think would be a little bit lighter, because it's a bird, but 86.4 pounds, which is 39.2 kilograms. A very heavier bird. Well, I mean, it really doesn't fly, per se. It doesn't have wings. So, it's more like... I'm gonna guess... I don't know too much of the origins of Doduo and Dodrio. But by their design, I'm guessing they're like more like an ostrich. An ostrich without wings. So, they're more of... to be able to run fast. But that's that. Base experience yield in previous generations, it was 96. In this generation, it's 62. Its leveling weight, which is medium fast. Its EV yield, which would have been nice if they did two sets of EVs here. Because since it's... See, what they should have done, this would have been... It probably would have been complicated to... like, put into the game. But Doduo should have had 2 EVs in 2 separate things. But then when it fully evolved, it should have had EV yields in 3 slots. Because since Doduo is 2, Dodrio is 3. So should have been big brained on Game Freak to do that. Its Pokédex color is brown. I almost said yellow for I don't know. And base friendship, which is 70. Okay, getting down to the biology of things. Alright, what do we keep getting? Oh, we got a Dugtrio. Nice that we're hold on. Let me look real quick. It is nice that we are getting a mix. Well, Deerling and Drowsy are from the main game. I think Hippowdon's from the main game too. I thought we couldn't get these anymore. I was lied to last week. I didn't even notice that this one was shiny. Well, free Master Ball for me. I thought you couldn't get those anymore. I thought... Well, wait a second. This isn't a .com one or .net. This just says GG. Maybe they changed their tactic on trading them. Because I think having .com or something along that lines with net or org or something like that it can't go through. I think they changed it up because I don't think I've seen this PKM. Actually, is that okay? I'm sorry, my TV screen has something on it. It looks like that dot is an exclamation point, but it's not. I think. Hold on, let me get into looking here. No, it's a dot. So maybe they changed their tactic on how to get them through. Because, like I said, the .com, the .org, .net, I think it was all flagged. And you can't do that. So, very interesting that they're still trying to get those through. I mean, I'm still gonna grab the Master Ball, I'm gonna trade it away because, again, I don't want it. Alright, so the biology here. Doduo is a bipedal aviarian Pokemon. Each head has a long sharp beak and 2 beady black eyes. Hold on, let me get the next trade in. Continue to read. It has a bristly down-like covering of its brown feathers on its body on both heads. A male has a black, flexible neck, whereas a female has a brown neck. Both genders have brown legs. Each foot has 4 digits, ending with a sharp claw. Actually, I wanna see this. I wanna see the gender difference. Well, I mean, I didn't have to do all that. But let's see the gender difference. Let's go for summary. Okay, so that is a male. Interesting, interesting. Just the color of the neck, though. That is interesting, that is cool, that, you know, you have these small detail. I don't want a picnic. I don't want a picnic on a Pokepal Park. But that's nice that you have the small detail there. Some gender differences on Pokemon are barely even noticeable sometimes. Alright, let's get this next one before I continue to read more. Both heads have identical brains. However, it is believed that on occasion they may possess different brains. It is also theorized that 2 heads communicate with some form of telepathic form of coordination. Yeah, they are definitely changing up their tactic there. Nice to see a shiny Gengar come through. But yeah, they most definitely changed up their tactics since last week. I still wish shiny Gengar was... I love Gengar. I wish his his shiny was way different. Oh. Oh, how? I don't want to learn too much. I don't know too much about the stellar type because I still being so lazy on finishing the DLC stuff. I still have yet to finish Teal Mask. I'm still yet to finish Blueberry Academy. I haven't even done the epilogue, but I do have is it Petrant? I have one that I got from a giveaway. But there's that. But again, I wonder, can you get the stellar type on like existing Pokemon, or do you have to catch Pokemon with a stellar type? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't give away too much, but if you know how to do it, just answer if you can add it to a Pokemon, or does it have to be caught with a stellar type? Because if it can be made into a stellar type, I mean, again, I don't know too much about it. I shouldn't be asking too many questions if I haven't even gotten there yet. The only question I should be asking is if you can put it on the Pokemon, like you do with the Terra Shards. Alright, where are we? Even when it's asleep or nourishing itself with food and or water, one head usually awake and alert and keeps an eye for enemies. Actually, that's like, meerkat. Well, not like meerkats. Meerkats don't have two heads. But meerkats do leave one person on guard to make sure the rest of, like, their... What would the term for a group of meerkats be? I say, like, their family, or their group, or their troop. Troop is like a gorilla thing, isn't it? The two-head switch turns every hour or so, with both only sleeping at the same time when they feel completely safe. Both heads have the same genes and battle together in perfect sync. You know, that would be funny if, like, two Doduo's heads completely couldn't get along with each other. Like, at all. And, like, their whole life, they weren't able to get along. At all. Oh, I haven't gotten an Oddish yet. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something, because I just saw that my Pokedex entries for this was kind of empty. And I think I have some candies. Yeah, we'll just throw one extra large candy on this, and it should evolve into a Gloom. Should evolve into a Gloom, and I'm pretty sure I have enough leaf stones, because I already had caught and or seen a Blossom. Oh, I love seeing the 3D models of these Pokemon sometimes. Man, that drool is just so 3D. Alright. One more. And we'll be able to trade off a Vileplume. Where is it? What do I not have one? How do I not have a Leaf Stone? Well, I guess you're gonna stay like that, because I'm not gonna waste the Sunstone on you. Not a picnic. You know what? I say, I wish there was an easier way to get stones. I wish they had them, like, even at that, they should have. Okay, I'm going on a tangent right here. Even if they didn't want them all in the same store, they should have split them up, because there's multiple, like, the where you get the stones from in multiple towns. I believe 2 stores so far that I've seen that have both. They so should have done that. They so should have put it to where you would have to travel across the map to get certain stones. Instead of just being like, oh, you have to get ice stones in the wild. They so should have done that. Reading more of the biology. Due to its almost non-existent wings, it cannot fly very well. However, it has developed legs that can make it a powerful runner. It can reach speeds of 60 miles per hour. Faster than, well, not faster than most cars, but faster than driving on the road. Imagine getting a big enough, I would say a big enough Doduo to ride, but a fully evolved Doduo probably could run even faster than that. Would make a great way to travel if it can run that fast. Man, we wouldn't need cars anymore. We just ride Doduos everywhere. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's faster Pokemon to ride, but I feel like Dodrio would be one to ride. Would probably be smoother to ride. It energetically strides across plains, leaving large 4-inch, which is 10 centimeters, deep footprints behind it. It can better maintain balance while running by raising and lowering its 2 heads. Doduo lives in wide open plains, grasslands, and savannas. Nice. As we scroll down now, we have its one major appearance in the anime, which is Bad to the Bone. Atoshi used a Doduo to attempt to fight Team Rocket. However, he was failing miserably after Doduo's 2 heads starting attacking each other. Eventually, Atoshi was forced to recall it. Interesting. We had the minor appearances, which was in Showdown at Poke Corral. Also putting the air back into Aerodactyl, I believe it says here too. Pikachu Vacation, Lights Camera Quackshun. We also have Power of 1. I love how these Pokemon that, you know, we don't see that much in the, like, too much in the anime, they give them, like, these appearances in these, movies sometimes. Because Power of 1 was a movie, right? No. The Tricks of the Trade, throwing in the Noctowl, Poetry Commotion, a Double Dilemma, it was also in Destiny Deoxys, Sweet Baby James, the Old Barrett in Switch. We also have Once More with Reeling, the Champ Twins, all dressed up with somewhere to go. Poke Ranger and the Kidnapped Ryolu. Clement's Got a Secret, Awakening the Sleeping Giant. It also made an appearance in Black and White Season 2. This is S2. Mega Evolution Special 2. Race for Home. Mega Evolution Special 3. Forming More Than a Perfect Human. The Power of Us. Thank You, Alola, and the Journey Continues. Enter Pikachu. Betrayed, Bothered, and I can't read it. The cloud be starting something big. Distant blue skies. Independent that starts it all, part 1. Okay. Alright, I'm trying to do things with two hands at the same exact time, like scrolling through the webpage and getting the stuff going. Hold on. Okay, we have the Pokedex entries in the Japan version. They didn't have the English translation until later on. But in the English, red and blue, bird that makes up for its poor flying by fast foot speed leaves giant footprints. Oh, another shiny from GG website. So I think we're gonna now get these shinies with that name. Alright. In yellow, its short wings makes flying difficult. Instead, this Pokemon runs at high speeds on its developed legs. In Stadium, a Pokemon with 2 heads, more skilled at running than flying, it is capable of reaching speeds of 60 miles per hour. In Gold, by alternating and raising and lowering its heads, it balances itself more stable when running. In Silver, it races through grassy plains with its powerful strides, leaving footprints up to 4 inches deep. Okay, in Silver, it races through grass plains and powerful strides, leaving... Oh wait, I already read that one. Sorry, my bad. Crystal, it lives in grassy plains where it can see long away. If it sees an enemy, it runs away at 60 miles per hour. That's why there's runaway ability on these things. Pokemon Stadium, by alternating the alternating heads. Ruby, Doduo's 2 heads never sleep at the same time. The 2 heads take turns sleeping, so one head can always keep watch for enemies while the other one sleeps. Sapphire, Doduo's 2 heads contain completely identical brains. It is in a scientific study that reported that on rare occasion there will be examples of this Pokemon possessing different sets of brains. So interesting. So certain times it could have different personalities because of the brains. In Emerald, even while eating and or sleeping, one head remains always vigilant for signs of danger. When threatened, it flees to 60 miles per hour. In Fire Red, the 2-head Pokemon that discover the sudden mutation that runs at a pace of over 60 miles per hour. Leaf Green, a bird that makes up for poor flying with fast foot speed, leaves giant footprints. Diamond and Pearl, it said the brains on a 2-head appear to communicate emotions to each other with telepathic power. That's where there's the missed opportunity to have, I would say, psychic flying Doduo and Dodrio, and or normal psychic. Could have went and did it. I mean, there's still open room for them to do stuff like that, because they do give out tidbits like this over the years. In Heart Gold, by alternate raising the stability. Soul Silver, racing through grasslands. Okay, black to white to all say the thing about the telepathic powers. Okay, we're now getting into the same things about it running, it having telepathic powers. In Scarlet, its twin heads have exactly the same genes that battle in perfect sync with each other. In Violet, its heads never sleep at the same time, each keeping an eye open, being vigilant. Okay, in red, blue, and also in the Japanese version of blue, they were found on Route 16, 17, 18 in the Safari Zone. In yellow, however, you could not find them in the Safari Zone, only in routes 16, 17, and 18. In gold, silver, and crystal, they're all the same. I don't know why they didn't just loop them together. There are routes 22, 26, 27, 28, and Mount Silver. During the morning, during the day. In ruby and sapphire and emerald, the Safari Zone. Fire red and leaf green, route 16, 17, 18 in Safari Zone. Coliseum and XD were trades. Oh, I missed the trade. Diamond and Pearl, routes 21, which was a Swarm Platinum. Not 21. Not 21. 201, with both Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. And Heart Gold Soul Silver, routes 22, 26, 27, 28, and Mountain Silver. The Safari Zone as well, Tall Grass and Rocky Beach, Tall Grass Wetland at 4 points. Pal Park, which was in the field, Pokewalker, Refreshing Field, Black and White routes 12 and a Swarm. Black 2, White 2, same route. Dream World, Pleasant Forest. X and Y, routes 5 in Friend Safaris of Flying. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which was Safari Zone. Sun and Moon, Pokemon Bank. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Pokemon Bank. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Route 16, 17, and 18. It wasn't obtainable in Sword and or Shield. A Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Routes 201 as a Swarm, and Ground Underground of Suspicious Cave, Grassland Caves, Sunlit Cavern, after obtaining the National Dex. Did not make an appearance in Legends Arceus. Scarlet and Violet, it was a trade until we got to the Hidden Treasure of Area 0. In the Savannah Biome Arid Indoor Terra Raid Battles of 2 stars. Alright, we're going to get to learn about your stats. Okay, in HP, it is 35, attack is 85, defense 45, special attack of 35, special defense of 35, and its speed at 75. So, it's more of a physical and fast Pokemon, so you might want to just go for a physical one, because I don't think you're going for a special one, and or the defense. I would say outspeed and hit hard. Okay, so it is normally damaged by normal, fighting, flying, poison, steel, fire, water, psychic, dragon, dark, fairy. It is weak to rock, electric, and ice. It is immune to ground and ghost. Resistant to bug and grass. Okay, by level up. Level 1 is Peck and Ground. Level 5 is Quick Attack. 9 Fury Attack. 14 Pluck. 19 Double Hit. 23 Agility. 27 Uproar. 30 Acupressure. 33 Sword Stance. Drill Peck at 36. We got Endeavor at 39. And Thrash at 43. Okay, by TM, it can get Takedown, Agility, Mud Slap, Protect, Low Kick. We also got Acrobatics. Oh, my bad, sorry. I was pressing the button because I thought I got the trade. We got Acrobatics, Thief, Facade, Aerial Ace. We also got Swift, Indoor, Sunny Day, Rain Dance, Body Slam. We also got Sleep Talk, Rest, Sword Stance, Substitute, Tailwind, Helping Hand, Baton Pass, Brave Bird. We also got Terra Blast, Knockoff, Lunge, Uproar, Double Edge, Endeavor, Feathery Dance, and Throat Chop. By breeding, you can get Assurance, Flail, Sky Attack, and Whirlwind. Nice. We're almost finished with all this. Nice. We got a few shinies from these new websites. Okay, we are now down to the trivia. In Pokemon Red and Blue Beta, Doduo is originally known as Doodoo in the Japanese name. Well, of course, the beta was in Japan, so of course it would have its Japanese name. Before Generation whatever 1V was, the necks for normal Doduo were black, which became the male neck color, while its evolution's neck were beige, which became the female neck color. According to Pokedex entries, Dodrio can run 60 miles per hour, while Dodrio can only run at nearly 40 miles per hour. However, Dodrio's base speed stat is higher. Well, of course, you wouldn't evolve and lose speed, wouldn't you? You would gain speed. Well, it makes sense that it's probably heavier. They would say it can only run 40 miles per hour, because that gained weight will slow you down. Doduo and Dodrio are the only flying type Pokemon to consist of only 2 heads and legs. I mean, yeah, because the only other Pokemon that has 2 heads? I could be wrong, but I think Zoilis is the one that has the 2 heads. Because Dano is 1, Zoilis is the 2, and Hydreigon is the head hands. I don't think there's any... Well, I mean... No, there's that rock Pokemon from X and Y. Barbarnacle? I think its name was. It has two heads, right? So, man, I was kind of wrong. Okay. We have the origin. Despite its name, Doduo seems to have more in common with ostriches than dodos. Well, I mean, it isn't a dodo Pokemon. I mean, we do have a dodo Pokemon, don't we? It also seems to show some similarities with moa, as an extinct flightless bird indigenous to New Zealand. And the emu, another flightless bird that also resembles a kiwi in some ways as well. According to Pocket Monsters Encyclopedia, Doduo was discovered 3 years prior to the original games. It is believed that its double head was a recent mutation. Imagine getting a Doduo. Well, not even a Doduo, because it wouldn't be a Doduo. It would be a Do. A Do. Man, Game Freak, you have the beta versions of these Pokemon. You could totally make a baby Do. A baby Do with a 1 head. And then when it evolves, it gets the 2. And then when it fully evolves, it gets the 3 heads. Game Freak, come on. You have the key to do it. Just do it. Its name or origin, Doduo may be the combination of Dodo, which an extinct and flightless bird, and Duo, which is a pair. Doodoo is literally just doo-doo. Alright, so we are down to our last 4 ones to trade. We did get a mixed bag of... Why does it always give me these errors, even though I have nothing to have an error for? I don't get it. I need to get me a new Switch and hopefully be able to trade, like, switch over my save files too. Because this one always says, like, oh, I can't install things because data's corrupted. Which I don't think my data's corrupted. I think my Switch is just... I've kind of had this for a couple of years. I think I had this when... I think this Switch came... I got this Switch when Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out. And let's see how long ago that was. Yeah, 2018. So my Switch is kind of old. So I think I'm due for a new one to replace this one. I need to be able to play. I need to play all my games on this. I have projects that are sitting at the wayside because I can't get them onto my Switch. Which also, I'm hoping that if I get another Switch, that I can use my account on a different Switch. Because some of the online stuff, I need to be able to use it for that. Because, like, the Fortnite stuff, the account's not linked to Epic. Because I don't think the Switch version can... Because I think I went through that... We're going on a weird tangent here of not being Pokemon related. But I couldn't link my account with Epic through the Switch. I had to at least, like, erase everything. I paid too much money for most of the skins on there. I'm not erasing everything. So I will just have to make do with that. Would have been nice to be able to link the account with my PS4, because, again, the graphics on the PS4 are a lot better than Switch. But it is what it is. Alright, before we trade our last Doduo, before we do, I want to... For one... Well, wow, they're all in a row, too. I want to take all these, put them in the bag. I want to bring you guys to the random type generator. So we can see what next week's type's gonna be. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause and I'll bring you guys to the page. Be right back. Okay, so we're back. I'm hoping that this looks good on screen because I'm trying to crop out all the advertisement that these websites give. So here we go. We're gonna spin. Okay, so we got a dark type for next week. Dark type. I'm gonna one quick second to make sure the other page looks good too. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I could just leave it the way it is. So we're gonna go to the Blueberry Academy, look for dark types, and generate. What are we gonna get? No, because no, much better. Because Incineroar would basically be me. Incineroar would just basically be Litten, and that's it. Which, that doesn't fit with a dark typing. I wish they just went for, like, if you want a Pokemon with 2 typings, you can have it. But Scraggy will be for next week. Next week's Scraggy. Seems fine by me. Alright, back to our trading. Alright, last one to go. Oh wait, I went into the box. My bad. Alright, last one. And here we go. What are we gonna get? Another website Pokemon, maybe? Alright. Drum roll, please. A Talonflame! Nice! Alright, that ends our trades for today. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Alright, so we got a Growlithe, a Grookey, we also have a Powdon, we have a Deerling, a Drowsy, a Dugtrio, an Alolan one, a Ducklet, a Houndstone, a Gloom, a Charmander, a Gengar, we have an Igglybuff, we have an Ampharos, Torterra, Barraskewda, a Chimecho, a Wingull, a Swadloon, a Blissey, an Azurill, a Noctowl, a Lechonk, a Diglett, a Skidoo, another Bliss. Oh, wait, did I call this one Blissey? My bad. A Joltik. We also have a Petal, an Orthworm, a Mudbray, and a Talonflame. So, what we have to do is put you here, you there, you there, there, There's a Pokemon that has to be traded back away because I know they're part of DLC. I think that's all of them. Oh wait, you're an Alolan Diglett, right? I can't. Yeah, you're an Alolan one, so I have to trade you away too. So yeah. Okay, so we will end it here with my talking. We are still on our way to our goal of 300 subscribers. We are at 150 right now. If you could please subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe. You know, get us to that 300 so I can go for my next goal, which I have my next goal in mind on how far I want to go for my next goal. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time in the next video. Bye-bye.